Okay guys, here we are. So let's see how we can refactor our code so that we will have multiple elements being repeated as part of our container. So first of all, I want really to get rid of the table and move it outside the NgRepeat, because the first example was a rough one, but really the table should be repeated only once and contain our elements. So now I want, for example, to have the row to be repeated as my header. So for each element, I want the first row displaying the event name. So let's delete that. And the last row to display the event description. So for example, let's do tr. And now we'll introduce a new directory, which is NgRepeat start. Okay, we can just copy this. Equals, and delete our div container. So we have our table, and then our NgRepeat starts here and displays atd with our event name. Okay, so we have event.name. We can add another in here outside the NgRepeat, so we'll have event name. And we'll add another one as well for the, no, maybe not. We'll keep just the event name. So this is our NgRepeat start, and that's the first thing that will be displayed. And then we can add another row that will be the end. So NgRepeat end. Okay. And inside here we have another TD displaying the event description. Let's use a few bootstrap classes to change the style of our table. So it'll just be table and maybe table striped. Okay, so I'll show you what happens when this layout is applied. So let's add our event 1 and event description 1. Okay, so as you can see, this is the first header we have defined in here outside the NgRepeat, but what you can see is that we have one row containing the event name and another row containing the event description. So let's add another event as well. Second event, and boom, we have event 2 and event description 2. So the difference between what we've done now and what we've done in the previous example is that we had a div being repeated every time. So even if I would have brought the table outside my NgRepeat, I should have added anyway a container for all my TRs, and this container will be repeated every time for each element. Instead, this way we can define two different elements that will be repeated each time, and that will be more consistent to what the table looks like. So those will be two actual rows. If you have any questions about these specific lessons, please leave a comment on Udemy, and I'll do my best to help you out. In the next lesson, we'll see what happens when we have primitives and we have duplicates inside NgRepeat.